talk about REAPER and basically how we started it and everything. So, how REAPER kind of started is I met Ben back in 2016.
Someone posted on Facebook back in Colorado.
Yes.
Because we lived somewhere like in I lived in Fort Collins, he was in Loveland, there's similar areas. But no 240s up there. It's like Subarus.
There's maybe like 3 in northern Colorado.
It's not a lot.
Not a lot.
Someone posted on Facebook asking who had a 240, and then someone tagged me in it, and whatever. You posted, right? Like
I was asking
into a group, yeah.
Who had a 240 in our area of Colorado. Someone tagged him, and he was like, "Yo, what's up?" And I was like, you know, "Hey, I got a 240." You know, like,
so I went to his house to look at his car, and then alternatively he came to my shop to look at my car, which were both kind of in a similar spot in the build.
But it was kind of life-changing for either one of us. Because I remember when you came over, he was very like, "Oh, your car." And then I went over and I was like, "Holy shit, like, your car, dude." Like, because we just had 2 different things going on. Like,
I like to paint everything, and
he replaced every single bolt with a new one, and just, it was very particular, and I was like, "God damn, mine looks dirty now."
I feel like I suffer from OCD. I don't know, I'm not diagnosed anything, but I'm very particular with how I put things together, and that's always been an exciting part of building a car for me. And like, especially that's probably what's half so attractive about drifting to me. It's just the style of it, the characteristic that you can put in your own car, and the fact that you can really express yourself. And so yeah, my car was torn apart. Like, I think I was like primering it, getting ready to paint everything, my bay, and like doing like just going the whole 9.
Oh yeah.
And I met him, and he had this white coupe that it had a K-AT in it, and the bay was just disgusting. Like, it was just covered in oil and covered in grime. I wasn't trying. I don't know if I actually came across like a dick. But like, I was walking around, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm just gonna put the 2J in here, like not do anything, just slap it in here over a weekend." And I was just like, it was breaking my heart with every word that he said, because stop. Stop.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I guess I may have made comments about his lack of interest in painting and cleaning it up.
Yeah. Fast forward like maybe 2 months.
Fast forward, yeah.
Ryan
goes to jail.
Yeah. So
my
he was
shop
sharing
mate.
his shop. The guy went to jail. He was like, "Dang, I need someone to like share the shop with me." He hit me up. I was like, "Yeah. Let's do it." So I moved all my stuff into that shop, and that's when like the magic started happening. Like, we got into the cars, we painted the bays, we did like everything. That's why I put my 2JZ in. He did his SR swap, and then we just kind of
painted our cars together, the bays, like the same weekend, like in the bay next to each other.
Yep. And we were, well, he was really inspiring me, because he like, we shared very similar views, and so he was starting this thing called Hate Parade. And I was like, man, like, this is very inspirational. His story is inspirational.
So Hate Parade, I'll expand on that a little bit.
Yeah, go for it.
Hate Parade was a drift team that I was starting with my best friend and brother, Daniel. He died tragically in the beginning of 2016, and it kind of just fucked everything up for me. Fucked my car up. It made me hate kind of everybody and everything. And so my car was a stalemate, and Daniel had coined the term Hate Parade. It was kind of all his thing, and so everything was for him. And then I met Austin, and like, that was a big help too, because I just wasn't touching my car. Like, I kind of, I don't know, Daniel made me buy the fucking thing, and he's the one that would help me work on it. I was recovering from a surgery at the time, and I couldn't always crack all my own bolts and everything, and so that he was there, and so it was hard for me to even want to finish the car. And then Hate Parade kind of just became an extension of like, just like the outlook of drifting, and kind of how it was a savior against a society that was a little bit difficult for some people, especially Daniel. And yeah, so I didn't touch the car, and it was really kind of a saving grace that I had met Austin, because I don't think I really would have gotten it done. I don't think I would have made half the progress on it. He kind of like breathed a little bit of life back into that build, and then he hopped on board and he wanted to be part of Hate Parade. He wanted to like be a part of what I had pictured with Daniel, and it was I was very excited about it. I was very special. It was very special to me that he even wanted to be a part of that and help me carry on that tradition. At this point, it's all foggy about what the fuck I was even thinking in my head for what I wanted to do with any of this or my car. And then he came into the shop, and yeah, it wasn't long after that before he kind of approached me. You approached me.
Yeah, this was probably after we painted our bays. This was like our cars were, you know, getting pieced together fairly quickly.
It's all starting to come full circle, and
like our cars weren't even noticeable from when we brought them into the shop. They were like
different.
It was like new. It was like night and day differences. Like we were like, wow, like look what we've done so far. And we were having fun, like going out drifting. We were going drifting. We went drifting like 4 times one month, like in that month, just to like get better at it. And I was getting real nervous. I remember sitting down at the dinner table with my mom. I was so nervous. I was like, Mom, like I don't know what to do. Like this kid has such a dream. And I like really am inspired by his dream, but it's like his dream, and I like want to do something with him rather than, you know, like we created something new. I feel like she's
not
like,
a leader and a follower, but to
yeah, like a joined thing. And she's like, well, just, you know, tell him that. And I was like so nervous. I'm like texting it out through him, and then so I did. I was like, hey, dude, you know, I really appreciate where we're going with this, but I feel like we started something new. And that's when we decided to start looking into, like, you know, he was really cool with it, actually. He was like, I understand. And then we started talking about names, and like Shun, like
he really wanted to
other names.
He's kind of downplaying it, but it was really hard for him to approach me because of how personal Hate Parade was to me.
Yeah.
And how like just what it meant to me and what I was trying to do with it. And so I know he was nervous, and he approached me and he's like, hey man, like I don't want to take away from this, but I want to do something too. And like I understand that, and and he was right. And then he came up with the name Reaper, and he's the one that had these ideas, and he wanted to honor Daniel, and so because of that, you can expect both of our cars to, for the end of time, be repping Hate Parade.
And I told him too. I said we need to have Hate Parade on the car somewhere.
But he wanted to do something for himself, or like with both of us, like that we both started. And like I was so stoked on it, and he came up with the name Reaper. And to me, like at the time, I was so depressed. I was so like, you have dark thoughts at the time. And he talks about like those days that when we went drifting throughout the month a few times and stuff, and those were like. Those are the times I knew, like, I need to drift. Like, I need to drift because those are the times, like, you're driving, and you stop wanting to die. You can feel happiness and joy, and it's different. And he delivered that to me, and it was amazing. He brought me along for those few days, and we really fucking clicked. And we had this kind of upfront agreement while we were drifting that we would only talk to each other with positive reinforcement. None of that, like, oh, you can't do it, like, pussy, like... It didn't work, and so because of that, we'd spin out, and he would just, dude, it's okay, like next time, and next time I got it because of that.
Every time,
and it was like insane. It was insane, and so Reaper to me was like me going through like the fucking 7 circles of hell and coming back to Reaper and cheesy shit. But like, I don't know, like I felt really, I dug it. Yeah, I think Reaper was kind of born as a saving grace for both of us at the time.
And then the name kind of fit too, because like back when we both had our cars, there's quite a few people that were, you know, they weren't necessarily supportive of our cars. They weren't like, you know,
or us.
Yeah, and
still,
you get those people, and like people will put you down for your cars, what you're doing, how you're building it. But at the end of the day, like you're gonna reap what you make, you know, like. You make it for yourself.
Reap the benefits.
You're gonna reap those benefits. So Reaper just kind of like fit with what it was. It wasn't necessarily like, you know, like.
It just kind of is the idea of promoting like being the best version of yourself and not caring what other people have to say about it. You know what I mean? Like that's. You look at our Instagram and our bios. Your opinion doesn't matter, and like at the end of it, we just don't care. It's worth as much as ours, which is.
We just like doing us, you know.
Absolutely.
So.
Absolutely.
And it's like really growing right now. We have another gentleman that's not here. He's actually back in Colorado. His name's Cody. But he's really cool. He's a very humble dude. So it's gonna be great.
With a super cool racing line hatch and slammed on LXDs.
It's sick. We'll put his Instagram
super
in
nice,
here.
super nice.
But he's, stoked to be a part of it, and I'm very grateful that he wants to be as much a part of it as we want him to be a part of it. There's a couple others that are looking like this, kind of the same, and we're like noticing these people that are like really supportive of what we're doing, and we want to be able to give back to them. So we're coming out with like product to sell, and we're not going traditional how like animal style, tan or die, where they all got noticed through doing grassroots. We're just kind of more.
I guess we don't want to be as exclusive. Like we really want to have a community, and it was really. Well, I'm gonna keep bringing him up, but Daniel told me the most important thing in life is human connection.
Yes.
And I believe that passionately. And like I've gone to drift events with no car, with a broken car, with whatever, and I don't even watch drifting half the time. I just hang out with some of the best friends I've ever made in my life, and I think it's one of the coolest things. And so REAPER is, I think we're trying to transition it into a point where we can try to build a community around REAPER, a community of people that like maybe are down but not the fuck out. You know what I mean? Like people that are trying to do something and doing it because they're passionate about it, because they believe in it, not because there's 100 Instagram likes about it.
Yeah, someone that wants to live their lifestyle, not the lifestyle that they're told to live.
Yeah.
Like kind of a rebel to society, how I feel like we kind of are, in a sense. Because we're definitely not doing things the right way.
No, and I know we're going to get flack for it. But
yeah,
like,
that's okay.
A really eye-opening moment for me was when Jake Pasimoto of Tracker died. And I remember when my Instagram feed just became flooded with yellow cars and yellow hearts, and like I don't know how he died, but I think it was the same way that Daniel died. And it was powerful, and it struck me in a way that like it really fucked me up for a few days, and I never even met the dude. And it really made me want to strive to become a better person, to reach out to people, and that those individual encounters matter. And I want REAPER to be something that can touch a lot of lives. People can come to us when they have questions. People can come to us if they want to be a part of something bigger than themselves, because that's all we want to do is make something bigger than ourselves. I think at least like nothing gives me more fulfillment, I would say, than helping other people.
No, I agree.
And so I'd say for me that's the #1 goal behind REAPER, as well as giving me a voice and you a voice to be able to do that and promote what we want, which is stupid cars that don't function half the time. Whatever. I've got a couple builds that I'll be wrapping up. 2019, I got an E46. Be wrapping your car up with my 240. And the S14 is going to be going under some changes as well. And just kind of the entire future of REAPER is going to just be changing and exploding. And I think that we've kind of come full circle and we're aligned. We're aligned.
It's really exciting.
I'm so excited for our future,
so,
for the people we're going to meet.
Yeah, to wrap this up, thank you for all the support that you already have given us.
Seriously,
like it is
been unreal.
Pushing us like beyond where we didn't even think we could go. And thank you for your continued support. And like where, if you see us in the pits or just at your track or whatever, like just come say hey. If we're a dick,
please
tell us we're dicks.
Tell us we're dicks.
Because we will apologize and be like, dude, I'm so sorry, I was distracted with whatever, because, I don't want to hurt
REAPER Drift Shirt
anyone.
to me is family. I see someone that's...
Yeah.
I hope they can get behind what we're kind of getting behind, you know what I mean? So thank you, guys.
Later, dudes. Like, comment, subscribe.
Always in my head.